So that's promising. Also, that was another full fucking hour on that one. I mean, it's really cool that there are games as that developed as they are in this, but at the same time, I find myself 5 hours into a stream and wanting to go grab some food. So that's probably gonna call it for now. Which direction is the one that's not going to load the game again? But this was a lot of fun. And I think it made for, like, a significantly better stream than the streams I've been doing, honestly. I mean, no offense if you like watching, like, fucking Friday Night Funkin' or Pogo Stuck or whatever dumb bullshit I've done recently, but, yeah, I think it's a lot more fun for me to try out things that literally no one else has tried out. And I guess I'm going to talk about it now, because I have thought about it a little bit. And I've decided I'm probably not going to make a return to Dyson Sphere on stream. I know literally the last stream I did, I'm pretty sure I talked about definitely going to continue it. But I just don't think it's a good fit. Like, that game was a game that was never going to be good for stream. It was only just because I wanted to play the game. And I think that it's like, you know, if I'm going to play the game, I might as well stream it, I guess is the way I looked at it. But I have gotten to the point in Dyson Sphere where the progression started to drag a bit. And I'm not saying I'll never return to Dyson Sphere, but I am going to set it on hold for a while at least. Because, like, it just got a little bit less enjoyable for me to play every time I boot it up. And yeah, I should... like, there's some part of my body that's like... I should finish things. Like, I should make a habit of, if I start a game on stream, I should see it to the end. But, like, I am in a lucky position where, for one, there aren't a lot of people who care what I stream currently. So, like, no one's really going to be let down by the lack of, you know, Loop Hero was also dropped, and Dyson Sphere was dropped. It's not that big of a deal right now. But also, like, even if someone is upset that I stop playing Dyson Sphere, like, I wish I could just be like, you know, yeah, I am sacrificing something that might be, like, a lot of fun for you, but you also have to understand that, like, doing stuff like this is far more enjoyable for me, and I think makes, like, a much better streaming atmosphere and a better product as a stream. Anyways, so I'm gonna try and push aside that brain. Not to say that I'm never going to finish things, because the things that I still have fun with, like, I'm definitely going to go back to. Like the Minecraft series, that's just me playing alpha Minecraft. I think that's incredibly fun, and it's something that I've never seen anyone else do on stream before. So it's for me, a good mix of I'm having a good time, playing a game that I enjoy, and also enough, like, uniqueness to it that I think it makes a fun stream as well, even if, like, alpha Minecraft, like, is, you know, pretty boring as far as content goes. For people who enjoy Minecraft, it's still kind of like a trip down memory lane for some people, and for the younger generations, just like seeing a version of Minecraft they've never seen before. But yeah, I don't know, for things that are clearly just dead in the water and I don't really stand to benefit from continuing to stream them just for the sake of streaming them to completion, I'm gonna seriously, like, reevaluate things like that. But, like, don't expect anything else to be chopped. Like, I am going to make, like, a note of it if there is something I don't care to finish. Like Pogo Stuck, for example. I might not play it all the time, but I still want to finish Pogo Stuck. And it gets the benefit of being less than a gigabyte on my hardware. Where Dyson Sphere was like multiple gigs, and I was like, dude, first off, don't really want to play this game, and secondly, my fucking C drive is getting full, so I'm not gonna lie, that is part of the reason I was like, let's axe this. But yeah, Pogo Stuck I do plan on finishing. The End is Nigh, I do plan on finishing the final cart that I've never beaten. And, I mean, that's pretty close to wrapping up anyways. I do in the future still intend to do, you know, full-length games with a start and finish. It's not like I'm never going to play games with the, you know, the idea being to finish them, but if I do start a game, like, say I start Kingdom Hearts 2, right? And I'm like, that sounds like a fun idea, but then I get, like, 50% through the game, because it is fairly long, and I'm like, this isn't really going that well. Like, you know, people aren't really enjoying it, I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not gonna keep it going just for the sake of completion. I'm just gonna cut things when it makes sense to cut things, basically. So hopefully anybody is not, like, super upset that I'm not gonna finish Dyson Sphere. And like I said, the game isn't finished and has, like, many updates planned in the future. So I will likely come back to Dyson Sphere at some point. But for now, it's on hiatus. I think that's all I have to say. Other than that, this was a lot of fun. There were some great games that were shown off today. I'll go through the credits again for all of these, for those who missed them. Steel Ridge, it's hard to describe. I mean, if you've seen PT... I'm still not sure where I sit on this, because a lot of development clearly went into the demo, but it is heavily inspired by PT, the limited time only demo that was released for a never fully finished Resident Evil game. It had heavy PT vibes from it, but opened up into something that could be pretty interesting. Like, it obviously had its own story to go along with it, inspirations aside. Yeah, it seemed like they knew what they were doing. I thought the writing was pretty good, too. Though I felt a little uncomfortable speaking it out of my mouth. For those that were there, you'll understand. And, yeah, Still Ridge. Seems promising. Pathogen X. This was by far the most, like, raw gameplay demo of the gameplay demos. For story, there wasn't a lot here. For, you know, I mean, basically anything other than the raw gameplay aspects of it, there wasn't much. But it did have tone. It did have, like, a decent atmosphere. Like, the areas you were in were really polished and well made. And the gameplay was pretty fun, too. So, Pathogen X, also... good one to follow. All of these are good ones to follow. Don't get me wrong. Fiend's Isle. Okay, I just said that one was like raw gameplay. Fiend's Isle was literally just gameplay. Like, you press the start button and you're in. There is like no narrative to be found yet. Maybe there will be in the future. Maybe there won't be. But yeah, this like, honestly, like, I love roguelikes. I play a lot of roguelikes. From what is here, it seems like it could be, like, a completely new take on roguelikes, because currently, I think, like, there's one called Thrasher's Keep, or Slasher's Keep, or Hash Slinging Slasher, or something like that. But, that's the only game with, like, an active first-person combat system I've seen in the roguelike genre. So yeah, I'm always excited to see people push the boundaries of roguelikes and what works as a roguelike. So excited to see what happens from Fiend's Isle in the future. Tori 3D is done. It's a completed game. If you saw Tori 3D and thought it looked cool, you could literally get it right now. And I might stream it in the future as well. Because it seemed cute, you know? It was a cute little platformer with, you know, obviously, it's got that, like, that... I mean, it's pretty common that, like, horror games nowadays are doing that kind of bait and switch thing, where it's got the cutesy, like, just everything is okay exterior that eventually becomes, like, corrupted and occult and everything becomes bad now. There's that one game, like, Pony Island, there's obviously Doki Doki Literature Club, and probably a handful of others that I'm forgetting, but... yeah. Cool. Tori 3D. Apolysis is maybe the most confusing one to talk about, because, like, out of all of these demos, this is the one that I really have no idea what happened in it, but also that's, I think, kind of what it's going for. It was very artistically driven, and, you know, visually distinct from all of these. Obviously, they're all going for a similar aesthetic, but, Apollysis does definitely stand out with a strong art direction. And, I mean, it was beautiful to walk around him from what I saw, so excited for the future of that, though the demo was short-lived. This is the only one that scared me. Oh, sorry, I stopped looking at the credits like 2 games in. There you go, sorry. Making it easy for you to follow people where they should be followed. I mean, it might be difficult for some of these, because Ian just had, like, his full name there. It might be difficult to find some of these people online without their aliases. But, if you look up the game, you could probably follow them as well. Just also showing the credits for people that do use aliases here, to make it easier to find them. And there you go. And, yeah, alright, so the Heilwald loophole is like all of the themes that specifically target me. I think the only theme that's not included is I'm also deathly afraid of like deep water stuff. That'll scare me. But yeah, as far as like feasible within the scope of keeping things coherent and connected, this is as close as it gets to being my perfect horror environment. Really don't jive with hospitals for some reason. But yeah, like it nailed it basically with what it was trying to do. There were some things, like some iffy moments in the demo, like I did think it was a little weird the way you had to complete the demo or get past that one section, like the first area. Getting the needle and then needing to attack that guy before you're allowed to move on felt a little janky, but still a demo, so with enough feedback, I'm sure those things can get worked out. I mean, you know, some people might not even consider it a problem like I did. Chasing static, like definitely like a huge hook for this one. Like it definitely alluded to a lot more and specifically outlined the fact that there would be like multiple open world-ish areas, not open world, but like open areas to explore and in the similar nature that we explored in the game, but presumably with like threats and monsters, because it is a psychological horror, I think this one self-described itself as. Yeah, psychological horror. But yeah, it was the only one so far that's been voice acted, I think. Hopefully I'm not forgetting any, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only one. Oh, okay, I guess you could count the Heilwald loophole as having some voice acting. But, yeah, it definitely seems like they're fairly ambitious with this one. So hopefully everything works out for them. And finally, the last one we looked at tonight was Protagora's Bleeds demo. Still not sure how to pronounce that, but absolutely, like, positively nailed that Resident Evil style, like, to the T. You know, it comes with all the drawbacks that the original Resident Evil games had, but it also gets those benefits, so definitely excited to see where this one goes in the future, and keen to find out whether my female companion is actually real or not. Maybe just a figment of my imagination, who knows. But yeah, I'm excited for all of these, honestly. So, super cool night, had a great time. Hopefully it was fun to watch for everyone else as well. And, oh yeah, there's my desktop. I forgot I was using display capture. And this is where I delete my display capture until the next time I play these games. Nobody wants a loosely hanging display capture. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the night. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna take the weekend off like usual. That's not true. I might play an Among Us lobby with one acquaintance of mine and that acquaintance's friends. Like, the acquaintance I'm not super familiar with, so it's gonna be awkward no matter what. And also, I'm not sure if everyone in the group is comfortable with me streaming, so if they're not, I'm not gonna stream this weekend. If they are, I am gonna stream this weekend. But probably not for that long, just for like a few games of Among Us, and Yeah, if it's like incredibly awkward, it'll probably be even shorter. But that's the prospects for the future. Maybe get a stream on the weekend. If not, I'll be back on Monday. So yeah, thanks and see ya. See ya. See ya. Stop streaming. You know, I switched to OBS Studio and they moved the buttons around. Found it.